Sustainability is a core value of the University of Galway. We're a Sustainable Development Goal Champion and we have enshrined that in all of our classes. So the students on Sustainable Environments get the opportunity to use our campus as a living laboratory. For example, they went out and collected seeds from the biodiverse grassland, and those seeds then were used in the germination of new plots for the new student accommodation, and that's just one example. The students who come to the University of Galway to study the Sustainable Environments course are often students from different backgrounds, and they've worked. Quite a few of them in particular have started out in one area based on their primary degree, and then they found that because they're passionate about the environment, they want to get further qualifications in that area. Some of them have come from the field of architecture, some of them have come from creative writing, some of them have come from history backgrounds, but they all share a passion for the environment and for sustaining the environment. We're looking at a little froglet. So if you're a person who is interested in solving complex sustainable issues and challenges, come to the University of Galway.